Chapter 1: Introduction to the Golden Dutch Age. The Dutch Golden Age, spanning roughly the 17th century, was a period of unparalleled prosperity, cultural achievement, and political dominance for the Dutch Republic. It is considered one of the most remarkable eras in European history, as the small, relatively young nation became a global maritime power and economic powerhouse. During this time, the Netherlands reached the peak of its influence, with significant advancements in trade, art, science, and philosophy. However, while much of the attention of this period has historically focused on the economic and political achievements of men, the lives of women during the Golden Dutch Age were equally vital to the success of Dutch society. At the heart of the Dutch Golden Age was a growing economy driven by maritime trade, particularly through the Dutch East India Company, (VOC), and the Dutch West India Company. These trading companies not only brought immense wealth to the nation, but also played a key role in shaping the social and cultural environment of the time. The expanding wealth allowed for a burgeoning urban society, where art, education, and intellectual pursuits flourished. This economic boom also created opportunities for women to enter and influence spheres that had previously been male-dominated. Women's lives in the Golden Dutch Age, however, were constrained by societal norms. Like in many other European countries at the time, women were primarily seen as homemakers and caregivers, their roles largely confined to the private sphere. The expectations placed on women were shaped by religious and cultural traditions, with the majority of women living out their lives in relative domestic obscurity. However, within the boundaries of the home, women often held significant economic and social influence, especially in the urban centers that flourished during this period. Despite these constraints, many women in the Dutch Republic made important contributions to both public and private life. Some women wielded considerable influence behind the scenes in commerce and politics, often managing businesses or estates in the absence of their husbands. Others made strides in the arts and intellectual fields, carving out a space for themselves as patrons, writers, and artists. The most famous example of a woman in the arts during this time is the renowned painter Judith Leyster, whose works gained recognition in her own time and continue to be celebrated today. The Golden Dutch Age also saw an increasing emphasis on education, which extended to women, particularly in urban centers like Amsterdam and Haarlem. Wealthier families often ensured that their daughters received a classical education, opening the door for women to engage in more public roles, even if these roles were often indirect. In conclusion, the Golden Dutch Age was a time.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?